"Get out of here, I never want to see you again," she shouted. Shidi sat there, drenched and humiliated, wondering if true love even existed. As he was about to leave, a kind-hearted woman, Neka, who had been watching the drama from a nearby shop, approached her. Neka, who owned a small provision shop nearby, had witnessed the entire scene. She quickly came over to Shidi, her heart filled with pity. Neka was one of those rare gems in this world, humble, kind, and with a heart of gold. "Sir, I'm so sorry for what just happened," she said pitifully. "Please don't be angry with her. Some people don't know the value of a good heart and also the true meaning of love," she said gently, offering him a towel and helping him to clean away the water on his soaked suit. Shidi looked up at Neka, surprised by her kindness. Despite his appearance, Neka didn't see a cripple or a man who was rejected. She saw someone who needed compassion. As they talked, Shidi felt something he hadn't felt in a long time: warmth. Neka wasn't judging him. She wasn't looking at his status or his disability. She was simply concerned about him as a person. She felt something stir within him, something that made him want to know more about this kind woman. Moved by Neka's kindness, she did something that surprised even himself. He looked into her eyes and asked, "Neka, will you marry someone like me who can't walk?" Neka was taken aback. Marry him, this man she had just met, but there was something in Shidi's eyes that told her he was serious. Neka smiled warmly and said, "Love isn't about walking or running, it's about the heart. If you have a good heart, then I will be honored to marry you. And also, if you are serious, then yes, I will marry you." Shidi's heart soared. He couldn't believe it. Here was a woman who didn't care about his status, a woman who was willing to marry him despite thinking he was a cripple. Tears welled up in Shidi's eyes, not from sadness but from relief and joy. He slowly stood up from the wheelchair, and with a broad smile, Shidi slowly stood up from the wheelchair, revealing that he could walk perfectly, his legs strong and steady. Neka gasped in shock, as did a few onlookers who had been watching from a distance. "You can walk?" Neka asked in surprise. Shidi nodded and called out to his driver, who was sitting in the luxury car. "I'm not crippled, Neka. I just want to see if Amaka truly loved me for who I am." Shidi's driver pulled up in the sleek car, leaving everyone, including Neka, in awe. Shidi introduced himself fully, revealing that he was one of the wealthiest men in the city. Neka was stunned, unable to believe that the kind man she had just shown compassion to was so rich and influential. As the car pulled up, Shidi explained everything to Neka: his past, his wealth, and why he had decided to test Amaka. "I wanted to see if someone could love me for who I am, not for what I have." Neka listened quietly, her eyes wide with shock and admiration. "But why would you do such a thing?" Neka asked. Shidi sighed. "I've been hurt too many times, Neka. Women have only seen me as a ticket to a luxurious life. I wanted to find someone who would love me for who I am, even if I had nothing." Neka nodded slowly, understanding the pain behind his actions. She could see that Shidi wasn't just a rich man playing games. He was a man searching for true love in a world where it seemed so hard to find. Just then, Amaka, who had been watching from her window, came rushing out, realizing her mistake, desperately trying to apologize. She begged Shidi for forgiveness, saying she didn't mean what she said earlier, but Shidi simply shook his head, his voice firm. "Amaka, your true colors today. I'm sorry, but I can't be with someone who only cares about appearances. You showed me who you truly are today, Amaka. There's no place for someone like you in my life. Amaka's face fell as she realized she had lost the chance to be with Shidi. As Amaka walked away, defeated and ashamed, Shidi turned his attention back to Neka. His heart felt lighter, as if a heavy burden had been lifted. For the first time in years, he felt a sense of peace and contentment. Neka, she said, his voice filled with sincerity. I know this is sudden, and you might need time to think about it, but I meant what I said. I want to marry you, not because you were kind to me, but because I believe you have a good heart. I've seen enough of the world to know that kindness is rare and should be cherished. Neka smiled, her eyes shining with warmth. Shidi, I've seen your heart too, and I know you are a good man. If you are willing to accept me for who I am, then I will be honored to be your wife. Shidi felt a surge of joy. He had finally found what he had been searching for, someone who loved him for who he truly was, not for his wealth or status. He took Neka's hand in his, feeling the start of something beautiful and enduring. Let's start this journey together, she said softly, and Nika nodded, her smile growing wider. As they stood there hand in hand, the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over them. It was as if the universe itself was blessing their union, and she knew deep in his heart that he had finally found true love. The news of Shidi and Nika's engagement spread quickly, and soon everyone in the community was talking about it. But this time, Shidi didn't care what people said. He had found his happiness and nothing else mattered. Their wedding was a simple but joyous affair, attended by close family and friends. There were no flashing display of wealth, no extravagant decorations, just few people coming together to celebrate their love. The joy on Shidi's face was evident to everyone who attended, and Nneka, dressed in a beautiful wedding gown, was the picture of grace and happiness. Shidi and Nneka's wedding was the talk of the town, a celebration of true love that transcended appearance, noses, and wealth. As they exchanged their vows, Shidi couldn't help but think of the journey that had brought him to this moment, the heartbreaks, the betrayals, the tears. All of it had led him to Nneka, the woman who had showed him that true love still existed in the world. After the wedding, Shidi and Nneka settled into their new life together. They supported each other through thick and thin, building a relationship based on trust, respect, and most importantly, love. Shidi never looked back at the women who had used and betrayed him. Instead, he focused on the future he was building with Nneka, a future full of hope, happiness, and genuine love. And as for Amaka, she eventually moved on, realizing that she had let her greed blind her to what truly mattered. She was left to reflect on the lesson she had learned the hard way, that true love sees beyond the surface. Shidi and Neka's love story became one that people in the community spoke of for years to come. It was a reminder that true love doesn't care about wealth or status. It's about finding someone who sees you for who you truly are and loves you anyway. And so, Chidi and Neka live happily ever after, proving that in a world full of deceit and pretense, true love can still be found if you are willing to look beyond the surface. This concludes the story of Shidi and Neka, a tale of heartbreak, lessons learned, and the triumph of genuine love. Thanks you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Till next time, see you. Bye.